What's up, guys? I have good news for you, and you will be surprised. If you like Shiba Inu, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a subscribe. This video will help you to make sense of what is going on in the market. As I speak to you, Shiba Inu has crossed the 1,447 mark. As a matter of fact, by the very early hours of this morning, Shiba Inu reached 1,473. Of course, it's got 4 zeros in front of it. And I'm trying to help you to make sense of what's really going on in the market. The most important question for you as a hodler is, what do I do with Shiba Inu henceforth? Should I buy or should I sell? Well, first and foremost, you need to understand that the general sentiment for crypto is bullish. So if we come back here and then look at Bitcoin, so we'll say BTC USDT, you'll see that Bitcoin is doing exactly the same thing. So Bitcoin fell all the way and stops at January of 2023, and by December of 2022, the lowest price was 16,256. So that was the lowest that Bitcoin went to. No, the lowest was in November of 2022, and then the lowest, and then December was the first month where we signaled the end of the seller's market and then the beginning of the bullish market. So you'll see that from January of 2023, Bitcoin has been climbing, and it climbed ever so much that it came back to its all-time high of 62,509 as at yesterday. Again, let's look at another coin. Let's look at ADA USDT. ADA USDT. ADA USDT. So you see that ADA as well bottoms at August of 2023, and then it's been doing that slow climb up like that. Again, let's look at Doge USDT. Doge USDT. November of 2023, it kind of like stopped. No, August of 2022, it kind of like stops, and then it begins to rise slowly from October of 2022. A bit of struggle, it rose to a high of 1.5, and then it fell back down to the lows of 0.5, 300, and then again itself has come back to that what you will call the previous high. So generally speaking, then it shows you that the market is doing a comeback. When a market is doing a comeback like that, it shows you that the bulls are back. So what should you do right now? I would say look for Shiba Inu to bottom at around 1159, which may happen in another 1 or 2 weeks, right? Look for Shiba Inu to bottom around 1122, 1159, and then look for that. There's going to be a lot of swings up and down, so you see Shiba Inu go a little up and a little down, consolidating for the first 3 weeks or maybe 2 weeks of March. Might even happen for the whole of March. And then once you find your Q at around maybe 11, if you see 1122, get happy, get into the market. If you see 1222, get into the market. If you see 1064, you're the luckiest, get into the market. But we're not likely. You see 1122, get into the market. But we're not likely to see a spike above. We're not likely to see a spike below the 10s region anymore for now. If we do see, then the market is signaling the market is no longer signaling this. The market is rather signaling a downward spike into the bottom like this. So all of the fundamentals will just come back down, and then you see the market go this way, right? So if the market fails to move higher, right, we'll definitely see the market come back to retest this low. But for now, these lows of 543 seems to be like the bottom for Shiba Inu so far. But trust me, what I expect from the market is not that, what I expect from the market right now is an upward swing. So this is a swinging up. The market is not swinging down anymore. If you wanted to swing down, he had several opportunities to do so. He had an opportunity in June of 2022. It didn't go lower than that. He had another opportunity January of 2023. Didn't go lower than that. He had another opportunity of June in 2023. Still didn't go down that way. Had another opportunity as of October of 2023. Didn't do that before it starts to move, up like that. I don't necessarily trade the trend lines because I don't see the usefulness for them per se in this context. Of course, the trend lines are very good. If you look at the trend lines, say on the daily, it's obviously clear that the market is doing that upward swing there, right? So the market is doing that upward swing. So if you're trying to pick trend lines, it's easy to pick a trend line from all the way here to this place. So you see, but I don't necessarily like to look at trend lines because it might be deceptive. I rather would like to look at the fundamentals from the very peak, and then you bring it back down so it's clear that you understand what the market is really doing. So what should you do? Let me come back to that. What should you do? I would say if you're not on this moving train just yet, wait for the price to come back to somewhere around 1174 or late 10, maybe 1093, and get in at this zone right here. If you could find yourself into this trade, good for you. Now, why am I saying get in at all costs? Because you need to understand that all price actions happen in reverse. So what that means is, if you look at the spike from the month of March of 2022, it began a downward spiral that happened for the next 10 weeks till it reached its bottom here. And if you look at it, there are not much consolidations as we saw in these regions, right? In these regions here, there were not much consolidations that we saw in these regions. So if you look at these zones, there was a lot of consolidation in this zone. But you see that you didn't find any of those consolidations here, right? So it kind of had a free fall. Now, if you miss the move at this spot right here, if you miss the move right here in 1090 or 11 something, the price will rise to this level before it stops. The price will rise to this level before it stops. So if you miss that move at this spot here now, right, the price is going to peak to 2933 before you ever have the opportunity to enter again. Now, a move from 10's region to 2933, it's a 300% move. So which means that if you had $1,000, you bought with $1,000 of worth of Shiba Inu right now, by the time it moves to this zone, you're going to be having $3,000 because it's going to triple your money, right? It's like a threefold movement. So if this is the best, if you put in $100, you get $300 by the time you get there. If you put in $50, you get $150. So if you're asking me when is the best time to enter into Shiba Inu, if you enter in at the current price right now is 1323, and you can see it is slowly doing that downward spiral. Let's go to the 4-hour chart, and you can easily see what's been happening. It peaked this morning at 1473, and then it's been slowly turning down. It's gotten a low of 1316, and so it's happening. If we look at the 1-hour chart, it's easy to see exactly what's going on. So you can see that fall is beginning to happen. We expect a fall to this level, 1056. The price is not coming to this level, 963, anymore in the short term. So we look for a fall to this region, 1095. So that's the region where I'm telling you to look for an entry. If it keeps spiraling down like this, and don't forget, today is the last day of the month, so which means in the first 3 weeks of this month, you're going to have a bottom at 1051, which is somewhere around here. How do you know where a bottom is? One of these days, I'm going to do a video on how you know support and resistance. But this right here is a zone of interest. This zone here on the hourly. These zones here are zones of interest right here. So that zone is where the price is coming down to. Now, if you get opportunity to find prices at this level, you can just quickly get in and help yourself out. Even if you buy at this point, you will still double your money by like ×2. But a smart money fellow would wait for price to come down, because price always touches support or resistances at any move. The question is, what kind of support or what kind of resistance will it touch? So on the hourly, it's easy to see where it's coming. On the weekly, however, it might be a bit difficult because there are quite a number of things to watch out for. But whether you like it or not, price is not going to come to like here anymore. It's not coming to 962, so you can't see it. You can't see prices there, you know. So I would say look for price at, like I said, 1078, somewhere around here, and then take your move at that level. You know, you can just easily spring up from there. If you miss that move, price is coming here, and then it surely is going to consolidate a bit at this level. So people who say price is going back to all-time high, yes, it's going to all-time high, but it's going to have a bit of struggle in this zone, and I'll show you those same zones on the monthly so you can see it. Price is going to have a bit of struggle in these zones right here, right? Price is going to have a bit of struggle in these zones right here. It's not going to have that much of move here. It's going to do like a month or 3 months, you know, in these places. So expect price to stay here till like October or so. But in the near term, let me show you that as well on the monthly so you can easily see it. So it's a zone of interest, right? You can see price, you can see this price action here. That shows you a significant area of rejection. It rejected here, it rejects again, and then it comes down. So you expect price to do a lot of janglings here by the time it eventually gets there. So that's why I said, well, of course, it's going to touch here, but it's going to eventually jangle around these zones. So expect price to do a bit of jangling here and here and here and here, and then come back down here before it starts doing that that journey to the all-time highs, right? So so what I'm saying is, you don't want to say because prices may fall down, you then miss all of these major moves, right? You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to say because price may, if you still buy here, you take advantage of all of these major moves. Don't forget, this strategy is not the strategy for you to pick and drop like you do with trading, daily trading. I don't do daily trading. I just hodl and wait for things to happen with time, right? So I've been watching this for about 2 years or so. I saw price go to this point. I left it, fall back all the way here. So I kind of like have a sense of experience with the way these things move. So of course, this is not like you don't have to follow this, right? You can use your own strategy, but trust me, this is exactly what's going to play out in the market, because that's exactly how these things move. Next video, I'm going to show you just how to read price action, know exactly what we look out for. Why do we look out for that? And then I'll teach it again with respect to Shiba Inu and all of that, of course, with the following, with how the market plays out, so we'll be able to see together. Once again, it's been nice having conversations with you. I hope this helps you. This is not an advisory service. If you want an advisory service, you might want to hit me up personally, guide you personally on a one-on-one basis. But for now, this is something I hope will work for you if you take it seriously. Get in as quick as you can. If you see price at this time, buy it and stay on. If you have $1,000, if you have $10,000, if you have $100, get in now, because by the time sheep goes to the moon, you don't want to be the one saying, why didn't I do so? Till we see you again next time, please take care. Bye.